Franklin TV Sports presents Franklin High School Boys Soccer. From Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus, the Panthers, with a record of 8-2-1, take on the Hawks of Xaverian High School with a record of 3-6-1. Hi, neighbors. Pete Royce here. The game is underway as Franklin in the home blue with white trim and pink breast cancer awareness stockings are out on the field against the visitors, the Hawks of Xaverian from Westwood, Mass, in the traveling white. We are just underway, and it's a corner, the first corner for the Hawks. And with it is Trey Lovell. He centers it up. Good crosser. It's deflected away and out of bounds. This should be another corner for the Panthers. Nope, they're going to say it was off of Franklin. So it's going to go back the other way. And it'll be a goal kick. In goal for the Xaverian Hawks is Bart Glancy. Glancy in goal, and he kicks it away. Glancy is a senior. And the officials for today's game are Mike Torpy and Mike Gulla. Pair of Mikes on the field. Our producer today is Chris Leverone. Our camera operator is Meredith Robertson. So glad you're with us here on Indigenous Peoples Day from Franklin, Mass. The Panthers looking to rebound from a tough loss last weekend on Friday, I believe, 2-1 against Milford. We did the game, a very physical game. In fact, one of the players is out because of an injury sustained in that game. Gustavo Martinez, he's out for the Panthers. He took a hit by Milford, which resulted in a red card to that Milford Scarlet Hawk. But unfortunately, Gustavo Martinez is out of action. He'll be out for a while. Talking to Coach Fran Basitis for the Panthers before the game. Coach Basitis in his 52nd year, wow, for the Panthers. And the Hawks are coached by Gary Bowers in his 21st year. Throw in here for the Hawks. We'll give you the starting lineups when we can. This is Lovell. Scagliarini will loop it in. And coming out of goal is Bart Glancy. So the starting lineups for the Hawks, they have in there Noah Kane, Rex Sinelli, Wyatt Herndon, Matt Honekamp, Hansi Jakes, Will Kryzak, Trey Lovell, Andrew O'Neill, Garrett Scagliarini, and Griffin Tolanen. We'll check the last starter. There was some question whether it would be Ben Costa or Will Clausen. And let's see if we can find Will Clausen out there. Xaverian has it. They have not advanced, I don't believe, behind midfield until now. And it is Clausen who gets the start for the Panthers. So Will Clausen good enough to go, and he gets the start for Coach Fran Bositis. No score early action. With it here is Wyatt Herndon. He centers it up to his brother, not his brother, but to Garrett Scagliarini. There are Scagliarini brothers on the team. And there are Herndon brothers on the team as well. Centering pass, and it goes wide. Rebound kicked out of there. It will be retrieved by Noah Kane for the Panthers. An odd morning start here on this holiday Monday. And it's going to go to Kane. He fights for it and does gain control. And a little push there. Kryzak controls, gets it over to Jakes, who will bring it back outside. Stolen by the Hawks. So far, the Panthers definitely dominating play on the Xaverian side of the field. The Xaverian numbers are very difficult to pick out in the very light gold. Kicked out by Clausen, a throw-in on the far side to Xaverian. Xaverian and the Panthers have played, it was opening day this season at Xaverian in Westwood, and the Panthers defeated Xaverian 2-0. Long drive in, Tolanen will get it. It was not going in, but he came out and hauled it in with a little mini leap, and Griffin Tolanen will roll it to a teammate. Talking to Coach Positis before the game, he says this is a different team than they played on opening day. They were very inexperienced, and now they got, 9 games under their belt since that game, 10 if you count that game. And so they're a much more, well, not much more, they're somewhat more matured. The youngsters have played a lot and got some good game experience, so he expects a difficult struggle here today. Xaverian will stop the advance by the Panthers, and they try to get something going at midfield. With it out there is Sean Keevan for Xaverian. Will Clausen stops it for the Panthers. And it goes out of bounds off Will Clausen. Throw-in coming the other way for Xaverian. And with it there is going to be A.J. Keevan, a tall player. Keevan runs up and fires it up. Clausen bodies it up. Nice chip there by Trey Lovell. And out it goes to Andrew O'Neill. Early on here, no score from Franklin. Nice advance on the far side. Player goes down, no call. Going down was Matt Honekamp. And a throw-in coming on the far side. Panthers definitely looking to rebound after the loss. They had won quite a few in a row, 5 in a row before the loss to Milford. And then their previous 2 games were a tie and 2 more wins. So it was a great stretch, but it was stymied a bit by the tough loss at the hands of the Scarlet Hawks against Milford just 3 days ago. Panthers will have 2 more games this week, both here at Piscini Stadium, so full action for the boys soccer team here this fall, this week. Lovell. This is Andrew O'Neill. Intercepted by the Hawks. Honekamp goes in to try to break it up, and he does a good job there. This is Charlie Roberts, who zooms one out and hit back the other way by Franklin. O'Neill couldn't get to it. Scagliarini, there's four touches, 5 touches by the Panthers before the Hawks could get to it. Matt Honekamp in front of his bench. Out to midfield, out of bounds. And they will give it to the Hawks. Played about 7 minutes or so in this game, maybe 8. Out of bounds off of Franklin. Throw-in coming for the Hawks under coach Gary Bowers. If I'm not mistaken, Xaverian is an all-boys school out of Westwood, Mass. And it's a young soccer team. Rex Sinelli to Noah Kane. Nice move by Honekamp. Again, that was good passing by the Panthers. This one, though, goes astray, out of bounds. Throw-in coming at midfield for the Hawks. No score. With it now is A.J. Keevan and he runs up and fires it upfield. Kane will unleash a long boot, and Glancy comes out of goal to make the stop. The easy save there. Good crowd on hand here in Franklin for the holiday morning competition. Lovell tried to get it to Max Tobin, but Tobin was going upfield and his pass was behind him. Lovell's pass. O'Neill. Tobin. Player goes down, foul called on Franklin. It'll be a throw in at midfield for the Hawks. Actually, it was kicked in. Keevan sends one deep. Sinelli, as he's apt to do in that back line, blocks it. Panthers now with a nice rush. Kryzak cannot get to it. Yes, he does get to it. I beg your pardon. Now it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming, a goal kick coming for the Hawks. Be a position player who's going to do the honors. Crowd still coming into Piscini Stadium. Cool day here. Temperature maybe in the upper 50s. As Kryzak chases it down. Panthers controlling a backward kick by Lovell. Kicked out. Lucky that didn't go to the back line because it was kicked by a Hawk. It would have been a corner, but it's going to be a side out for Bellingham. Centered up. Nice blast there, but too strong and too high by Wyatt Herndon. 59 degrees at Franklin here at game time. Goal kick coming for the Hawks. No score, although definitely the Panthers have had better position of the ball than the Hawks. No real tests on either goalie so far here this early going. Position player will tee it up. Garrett Scagliarini. The Hawks have some open space on the right wing. And blocked there by Sinelli. O'Neill. Scagliarini, Lovell on the charge. He tips it forward, but it's going to go to Glancy. Bart Glancy with the save. And Glancy will punt it. A nice punt. Kane, though, stops it. Corner there. But Tolanen comes out to make the save for the Hawks. Not actually a save, but to gather the ball in. Ball was not going on net. Was still scoreless. Remember, the first game was opening day for the Panthers. They went to Westwood, and they beat Xaverian there 2-0. Scagliarini, some good footwork. Panthers trying to get something going in their own end. Wyatt Herndon back to Clausen. Again, good defense by the Hawks to prevent any upward movement for Franklin. Scagliarini will kick it, but out of bounds off of the Hawk, and it will be Will Clausen with the throw-in. Unofficially 26:09 left in the first half. 2 40-minute halves. here in Franklin. MIAA rules. Lovell comes through, and he tries to center it, but is blocked. Kryzak bodies up and makes the play for the Panthers. Trey Lovell pushed out, kept in, no foul. And it's sent up the left side, but Sinelli is right there. Good anticipation by Rex Sinelli as to where the ball would be going. Kicked up and out of bounds. There should be a throw-in coming for the Panthers. And they get it up. This is Bradley Herndon. Out in front, that's going to be a offside call against the Panthers. So a field kick, free kick, deep in Hawks territory for Xaverian. And they send it out. Clausen heads it. Well picked out by Xaverian. And they're on a charge on the left side. Hesitation move there. Blocked out by Lovell and out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Hawks. We wait the throw in. Again, the officials today are Mike Tarpey and Mike Gulla. And here's the throw in coming. Goes short. Chipped in. Sinelli with the header. Scagliarini with another header. And 3 in a row as O'Neill heads it. Back on the Hawks side of the field we go. It's going to be off of Ben Costa, who's in the game for Coach Basitis. We still are scoreless. Remember, it was only a 2-0 game in the first game between these two teams. And a whistle stops play. In the last 3 games, Franklin has scored 2 goals, 1 goal, and 1 goal. So the Panthers have not been able to be prolific in getting it in the net in the last few games. They did have a game prior to that, a 4-1 win against Canton. Their biggest output was that game, 4 goals. So they've never scored more than 4 in any game. But they do have a great record of 8-2-1. It's been the defense and good goalkeeping that's helped that cause. Kicked out, should be a throw-in coming for the Hawks of Xaverian High School out of Westwood, Mass. This is Keevan, A.J. Keevan, checking out the field. And he'll do a run up and fire it up. Clausen, Sinelli back with it. Settled down here by Michael Fernandez Martin to Kryzak. Kryzak charging for it. It's going to go kicked out. That hustle allowed the Panthers to have a throw-in. Will Kryzak. 21:46 to go unofficially here in the first half. And Will Clausen will set it up. Panthers gathering near the 18-yard box, to which it goes, but it's blocked. Now a chip. Noah Kane had a good look at it, but he kicked it high. He got under it, and he lofted it past the end line. That was a good look for Noah Kane. Goal kick coming for the Hawks of Xaverian. This is a non-league matchup between the Panthers and Xaverian. Almost midway through the first half, we are scoreless from Franklin. Costa bumped out of the play, and the ball is going to be taken, but a foul called against Xaverian. The Hawks will have it near midfield. Matt Honekamp kicks it in. Hesitation move by Sinelli, and he'll drop it back. Honekamp drills one up, blocked by Xaverian. It's going to go back, and Honekamp will get back and retrieve it. Hansi Jakes with those long legs. He's got to be about 6'4", I would guess. Total height for Hansi Jakes, the junior. Plays basketball as well. Stays in bounds. And the Panthers send it up the left wing. Now it goes out. They're going to say off of Franklin, throw in coming on the far side in front of the Xaverian bench for the visitors. Which team's going to make the first mistake and give something up? Been no real big scoring opportunities for either team, more than midway through the first half. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV, and we're streaming worldwide on the internet on YouTube. Each team with sound defense here so far today. Kryzak spins around with it. Will with good speed, tries to get through, still charging. Hoping there for a corner, but Xaverian kicks it to the sideline, so it'll just be a throw-in for Hansi Jakes. He goes low. Back to Jakes. Foul called against Xaverian. The Panthers with a throw-in. Jakes with the run-up. He goes medium. Franklin keeps it in. And now Xaverian controls for a moment. Will Kryzak can't get to it. Hansi Jakes does. Long kick sideways by Xaverian. Stolen by Honekamp. Here comes Matthew. Scagliarini for Lovell. And once again, Panthers have it. Noah Kane. And we stay tied as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Panthers. 17:25 unofficially left in the first half. No score from Franklin. Back to midfield. Honekamp goes back for it. To Sinelli, that last defender for the Panthers. He's so good back in that position. To Garrett Scagliarini, comes through. Garrett for Noah Kane. Contact there is going for it was Michael Fernandez Martin. Whistle stops play. Throw in coming for the Panthers. Actually, it's going to be a free kick. And it looks like it's going to be Noah Kane. And he's going to drill it right up the middle, going through, right in on goal, in the save by Bart Glancy. Glancy makes the save. Glancy, a senior. He's from Walpole. Now, the team is out of Westwood, but because it's a Catholic school, they draw from many different towns. That's good and bad. You have the quality of plays coming from different towns, but you don't have that one town that can get behind the team when they're in a playoff run or a big game. You have many towns. I'm looking at their roster. I see about 10 or 12 towns represented on this team from Xaverian, but no one dominant town, although you might say Westwood might produce a few of their players. And I do see 2 players from Westwood on the team, and that is it. On a team of 21, 2 are from where the school is located. Everybody else is from out of town. 15:20 left in the first half. Sinelli. No real good scoring opportunities for either team. And most of the play has been down in the Xaverian side of the field. But all it takes is one lapse, one break, one ball, a bounce a certain way, and one of the teams will be in business. Jakes stays on side. He chips it forward. Kryzak cannot get to it before Glancy. That was probably one of the better opportunities for the Panthers. Just chipped a little bit ahead of Kryzak, and Glancy comes out and makes the save, and he'll roll it out on the left side with 14:30 to go. And a push called on Hansi Jakes. Free kick coming for the Hawks from midfield. And this is going to be A.J. Keevan will have it teed up. Keevan is a sophomore. He's got great height. And here he comes. And he'll go right towards the middle of the field. A long kick. That's through and hit it the other way. That's a great opportunity for the Hawks. They head it the other way. Tolinen makes the save on the header. What a great defensive play by the Panthers as the Hawks set that play up beautifully on the free kick from about midfield, and Keevan sent it right in. That's the break that a team needs to score in this type of game. Kryzak quickly the other way. Kryzak with some space. He drills it, and it's going to go wide and past the goal to the left of it as we look out on the field. The goal, 24 feet wide. That goal needed to be about 24 feet. They need to be about 27 feet for that ball to be inside. The height of the net, 8 feet. Goal kick coming for Xaverian with under 13 minutes left in the first half. Keevan, he's got a strong leg, the sophomore. Xaverian with some space. The up inner field, Sinelli will kick it over to Clausen. He could not kick it to Tolinen because Tolinen would have to have kicked it. And there's always a danger of not connecting with an oncoming rusher for Xaverian. So it was a good play by Sinelli to defer to Clausen. Here come the Hawks again. So the Hawks with more life here in the last few minutes. Clausen stops the would-be break for the Hawks. So the edge here in the last 2 minutes to the Hawks. Xaverian kicks it out of trouble. And a foul called on the Panthers. Free kick coming for Xaverian. This is where they did a great job from about this range, but on the other side of the field. And again, it's going to be A.J. Keevan. He's got the strong leg. The wall forming in front of goalkeeper Griffin Tolinen, the senior. Here comes Keevan's kick. Right on goal again. This is going to be right into goal. That would have counted. It's a direct free kick, and you don't have to hit a player on that. But Tolinen makes the save. The Hawks keep it in. This is Declan Stack. Stack complaining a bit to the official. The ball goes back to the Panthers level. Keevan hits it off his head, but it goes backwards toward their own goal. Scagliarini gets there and wins the struggle for the ball. Will be a throw-in coming for the Panthers with under 11 to go here in the first half. We're still scoreless. Franklin and Xaverian. Franklin in the home blue with white trim and a light gray side trim to their jerseys as well. The header there is going to be high by O'Neill and gathered in by Bart Glancy. Xaverian on the rush out. That ball's going to stay in bounds, and Griffin Tolanen will scoop it up off his toe. And now he's going to roll it out. So probably the best chance in the game came to the Hawks a few minutes ago on the direct free kick from the left side. Then a good rebound and a nice save by Griffin Tolanen. But that's been about it for scoring opportunities. The Panthers may have had two, but a couple of missed shots in close as O'Neill chips it to the Xaverian bench. A couple of subs coming in for Xaverian. And one sub also for the Panthers. I believe it was Max Tobin who's re-entered the game. Here's the throw-in by Xaverian. Kane, whistle, foul called, push called against Xaverian, free hit. And Kane rather was taken quickly by Scagliarini, I believe. This is Hansi Jakes. Good footwork by Jakes. And Jakes will send it back to Sinelli. Honekamp. He goes down. Ball turned over. Up ahead. Sinelli. Push off there. That's going to be either a free kick or a throw-in for Xaverian. And it looks like a free direct kick from within range. This is better than a corner because you got a nice angle on it. And taking it will be Jack O'Neill. Wall forms on the left side of the goal. O'Neill will kick it in. Gets the signal. Now he's holed up. Now he comes through. Low, right in front. Misfires a little bit. And Sinelli will sky one. And that's into the bleachers where it hits 4 times. And it'll be a throw-in coming for Xaverian. But Sinelli wanted to take the pressure off. So A.J. Keevan, the sophomore, will throw it in. We're under 8 minutes to go in the half. 0-0. Panthers 8-2-1 on the season. Xaverian 3-6-1. One of their losses to Franklin. 2-0 opening day of the season at Xaverian. Tolanen has to kick it because it came from a teammate, and this should be a corner coming up for Xaverian, their first corner. And with it, taking it will be Charlie Roberts. First corner for the Hawks. Roberts. And here's where teams and coaches say, watch for the second ball as well. Not just the first one that's hit off the entry pace, but the second one, like that ball right there. And it's cleared by the Panthers, and they send it out. Out to O'Neill. Panthers come through, but it's too far, too strong, and headed for Wyatt Herndon, but they get the throw in. Jakes, Hansi, to O'Neill. O'Neill is in. He's going to blast one with the save by Glancy. The best look of the game for Andy O'Neill. But the save by Glancy, who fires it out on the left wing. That was a good look for Franklin. Under 6 to go here in the half. We're still scoreless. Honekamp fakes a Hawk beautifully. Hawks have it. Big battle there, and Sinelli does the job, and the Hawks take it right out of bounds. Throw in coming for Franklin. Franklin trying to get back on the winning ways after a tough loss 3 days ago here to Milford, a strong Milford team. Stolen by the Hawks. Nice block by Tobin, kicked inbounds. Hawks control. And blasted forward by Wyatt Herndon to midfield, then sent the other way. Under 5 to go here in the first half. Clausen gets to it and now kicks it out of bounds. A throw in coming for Xaverian. 3 subs coming in for Coach Gary Bowers of Xaverian. Throw in coming by A.J. Keevan, the sophomore. There is one Franklin player on Xaverian, Brendan Murphy. He does start too. Ball comes through. No, kicked out of bounds, and Franklin will have it. Will Clausen with the honors for the Panthers. Xaverian takes it in. Clausen disrupts play. So does Hansi Jakes. He settles it down beautifully to Scagliarini. Too strong for him. Now Garrett tips it forward. Tobin can't connect with the pass. Kept in on the far side. Honekamp gets in there and steals it. And now he kicks it out of bounds right to Coach Fran Bovsitis. Throw in coming for the Hawks. We're coming up on 3 minutes to go unofficially here in the first half. The referees on the field will control the clock for the final 2 minutes of the half, as the big scoreboard clock at the Piscini Stadium board will be stopped at 2. Jakes gets to the looper, and Jakes comes through with it. Jakes cannot win the battle here and taken back by Xaverian. Jakes and the Xaverian player go down. Let's see what the call is. Jakes and Christian Serrani were battling for it. And a foul called on Jakes. Keevan will tee it up. He's got long range ability, and here he goes. He's going to kick it. Hooked it, sort of a bender. O'Neill chips it ahead. Oh, the header blocked the onrush by Max Tobin, or Tobin would have been in alone. This is kicked all the way down to Glancy, who makes the save. With 2 minutes to go here in the first half, we are scoreless from Franklin. High punt. Kane sends it forward to Garrett Scagliarini. And Jakes gets it. He left foots it. Hesitation move there by Christian Serrani and Sinelli. Back to Serrani, back to Garrett Scagliarini. He'll boom it forward. Out there is Kryzak. That's not Kryzak. The ball is still loose. That was Wyatt Herndon. A whistle stops play. Panthers wondering what was the whistle for. Kind of hoping that it wasn't against them. And is a whistle, and I believe either the first half has come to a close. That should do it for the first half. We didn't hear the double whistle, but that's what stopped it, because the Panthers thought they were in pretty good position, but referee Mike Gulla blows the whistle, and the first half has come to a close. Well, we have no scoring to report, as it's a 0-0 game, and we'll take a break here, and we hope you come back and join us in about 10 minutes for the second half. Which team will score? The Panthers 8-2-1 on the season. Xaverian 3-6-1. And our second half is next. Stay tuned for more exciting action here on Franklin TV as Xaverian faces off against Franklin. We'll be right back. Welcome back, fans, to Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus. We are at halftime of the boys soccer game between Franklin and Xaverian, and we are scoreless, 0-0, as we start the second half. Here in the second half, it'll be Franklin going from right to left, and Xaverian going from left to right. Pete Royce on hand. Also, our producer and our director today is Chris Leverone. Our camera operator is Meredith Robertson. We get ready for the final 40 minutes of play. We are scoreless. Franklin 8-2-1 on the season. Xaverian 3-6-1. These two teams met earlier opening day at Xaverian in Westwood, and Franklin came out with a 2-0 score. Well, we gave you the Franklin starting lineups. The starting lineup for Xaverian should be the same in the second half as the first. Timmy Apostolica, Bart Glancy, A.J. Keevan, Brendan Murphy. He's from Franklin, and he starts for Xaverian. Declan Stack, Sean Keevan, Jonathan Black, Pano Hasiotis, Drew Logie, Jack O'Neill, and Charlie Roberts. The officials are Mike Gulla and Mike Torpy, and we are underway, and Franklin has the opening kick. This is Lovell. Wyatt Herndon is in there. Franklin controlled most of the territorial action for the good part of the first half, but then Xaverian came on pretty strong in the last 5 or 8 minutes, and they had some good opportunities as well. But nothing has gone past either goalkeeper. Griffin Tolanen for the Panthers and Bart Glancy for Xaverian. Opening minute of the second half on a holiday early day game here in Franklin. It's got much of a feel to it as a Thanksgiving Day game, although the temperature is about 59 degrees, so that's not typical of Turkey Day, but we'll take it here today. Franklin will be on the road in football on Thanksgiving at King Philip. The old rivalry renewed again. Sinelli to Clausen. This is Matthew Honekamp. Ball taken back by Xaverian. Nice block by Clausen. He just withstood his ground. Xaverian with some better passing than they had in the first half. Player coming in. Sinelli takes a good angle on it and makes the steal. That player would have been in alone on Griffin Tolanen. Hesitation move. Xaverian tries to go with the crosser, but it's blocked. And Honekamp gets it out a bit. Whistle stops play. Franklin, the first of 3 home games this week. Temperature at game time was 59. It's now 61 here in Franklin. Beautiful day. Good crowd on hand. A lot of Xaverian fans here as well. stolen by Xaverian. A blast is blocked. The Hawks maintain it. A little looping centering pass, rather far, goes all the way through to the right side. And the Hawks control it. Talking to Coach Gary Bowers of Xaverian before the game, he felt his team is progressing, but he also said in Franklin, you have a team that is sound in all phases of the game, very talented, very experienced. So he knew what he was up against here today. And on opening day this year, Franklin defeated Xaverian 2-0. The goal kick by Tolanen is high, headed backwards by Xaverian. Now on the right side, the Panthers going for it. This is O'Neill. He does get the shot off, and it's in. O'Neill got the shot off, and it was in. Andrew O'Neill. Glancy came out, and O'Neill just looped one. It took a bounce and bounced high into the net. 1-0 Panthers. The score comes at 36-20. There's your first goal, and it was O'Neill all alone there to bang it home. We assume it'll be unassisted. 1-0 Franklin. Kick here coming for Xaverian, and they send it back. The decision that goalkeepers make is so important. At that time, Glancy came way out, left the goal totally unattended. This is Wyatt Herndon. Herndon gets to it, and he tries to center it, a little pushing and shoving. Ball goes off the baseline. Let's see what they're going to call. Was it off of Xaverian? If so, it should be a corner kick. Xaverian player kind of throws this ball to the sideline. Trey Lovell will go back to retrieve it. So it will be a corner coming for the Panthers. They lead it 1-0. Can they keep the pressure on here with a good entry by Trey Lovell? And here he comes. Lovell right in front. It's headed, though, by Xaverian, and they block it nicely. Player goes down, and the blast is blocked. This is Honekamp. Max Tobin. Andy O'Neill, he's got the goal. Trying to get another. O'Neill holding. Pass on the right side, in deep for Lovell. He fans on the shot. He might have had some contact with the Hawk and couldn't get it over. And we might have an injured player here. Clausen is down. He was a game-time decision. The officials do not see that Clausen is struggling to work out some kind of cramp at midfield. And let's see what they're going to call another corner. A corner kick for the Panthers, the second one here in the last 2 minutes. Lovell is there. In front is Tobin, O'Neill, and Sinelli. Here comes Lovell's kick. It's put on the leg of Tobin, and he skies one to the end line and out of bounds. Kicked it way too high and out. Off target as well. It'll be a goal kick coming the other way for Xaverian. 1-0, Franklin with the lead. Headed in there nicely by Trey Lovell, kicked out of bounds. They're going to say off of Franklin. Stolen by Kryzak to Scagliarini. He bodies it up. Tobin in front, taken the other way. Kane gets it back to Ben Costa, who's in the game. Oh, he tried to leave it for a teammate who wasn't close enough to him. But Scagliarini forces his way in, makes the steal. O'Neill boxed out there, and it's going to be a goal kick coming for Xaverian. Good box out by A.J. Keevan. Oh, no, they called it off Keevan. So it's going to be a corner for the Panthers. Trey Lovell with it. Wyatt Herndon down low. Sinelli's there. Max Tobin is there. Scagliarini is there. Here comes Lovell. He kicks it through. A header there by O'Neill, but misfires. Headed again by Scagliarini, and now kept in. This is Noah Kane. He rolls one in, and it's through. It got through. Noah Kane rolled it in. I'm not sure how that got through. It looked like the kick was in slow motion, and Glancy was just slow to react. Noah Kane scores for the Panthers at 32-41. And after a scoreless first period, 2 goals here in the first 8 minutes of the second half. After the scoreless first half, 2 goals in the first 8 minutes of the second half. And the Panthers lead it 2-0. This is exactly the score that was the final verdict in the first game between these two teams. 2-0 Panthers on the road at Xaverian. Here at home, they lead it 2-0 in a timeout called. Timeout on the field, 32-41 left. Taking a look at the Xaverian roster, we mentioned players from different towns. Here's the towns represented on the Xaverian roster: Walpole, Needham, Dedham, Hanson, Walpole, Canton, Franklin, Norfolk, Newton, Wellesley, Foxborough, Westwood, Canton, Norwell, Halifax, Walpole, Norfolk, Hingham, Wellesley, Westwood, and East Walpole. That's got to be more than a dozen towns represented on their roster. Franklin, though, with one town and a good team, they lead it 2-0, looking for their 9th win of the season. Last week we had Franklin ranked in the power rankings, I believe, at 15 prior to the Milford game. Although they lost, it's against a power ranking team as well in Milford, so that shouldn't hurt the Panthers that much. And here today against Xaverian with a rebuilding year at 3-6-1. I doubt that they're in the power ranking top 25. We'll see how the Panthers come out with the rankings, with the new listings, perhaps early this week. And here's the kick for the Hawks. Goes all the way back, and Clausen will send it out of bounds at midfield, or shorter than that, actually. Very difficult to read the numbers of the Xaverian players with light gold on their white T-shirts. Throw-in coming for Xaverian, blocked by Clausen, and a foul called against Xaverian. Might have been offside. 31:58 to go. Clock moving here in the second half. Matt Honekamp. Clausen mixes it up and blocks it. Xaverian, pretty good fancy fit work there. And they send it wide to A.J. Keevan on the far side. Clausen headed back by the Hawks. And Kane loses it to a Hawk on the right wing. Player spinning around. It goes off Honekamp. It'll be a throw-in coming for Xaverian High School. 9 minutes gone here in the second half. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV, and we're streaming around the world on YouTube. Andrew O'Neill got the first goal for the Panthers. This is Max Tobin on the rush on the left side. Tobin, ball gets away from him a bit. A tried tackle there, it fails, and it's back to O'Neill, stolen by the Hawks. Ball is out of bounds on the far side. They'll give it to Ben Costa for the throw-in. To O'Neill, he can't control it. Back to Xaverian. The Hawks take it inside midfield. And we go inside 30 minutes to go in the game. There's the shot right on goal. Tolinen comes out. There was a Hawk player charging, and Tolinen made a good call to come out. As charging on the play was Tommy Apostolica. Scagliarini tries to defend at midfield. And this is O'Neill, comes out with it. Wyatt Herndon had contact. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Panthers. 2-0, Franklin with the lead. 2 goals here early on in the second half. There weren't many scoring opportunities for either team. Franklin maybe had 2 prior to their 2 goals. Xaverian, not much going offensively so far today. O'Neill in front, he shoots, in the save, the diving save. O'Neill going for his second goal, but Glancy makes the save on the dive, and he keeps the score at 2-0. Glancy with a strong punt. Ben Costa. Garrett Scagliarini kept in by the Panthers. Bicycle kick by Xaverian. Ball will go to the Hawks with under 28 minutes to go. Other games this week for the Hawks. They'll host Stoughton 2 days from now, and then 2 days later, they'll host King Philip, the old rivalry game. Play comes to the Franklin zone, and Clausen sends it over to Matt Hodenkamp. Noah Kane, all alone in the center. He's going to launch one. Tobin is out there, can get to it. The goalkeeper comes out to make the save. Bartholomew Glancy. Kept in by Jack O'Neill. Sinelli with a long header. Tremendous kick coming through is O'Neill. O'Neill's got some space. O'Neill holds, he shoots, is blocked. And kicked out of bounds. A nice block there by Xaverian. O'Neill was coming in, and Xaverian's defender blocked it. On a good hustle play. That was blocked by Sean Keevan. Scagliarini gets position. He shoots, and that ball rolls in on Glancy. Might have been partially blocked as he unloaded on that blast. And Glancy, from his goal area, will send it out. Nice steal by Trey Lovell. Long blast here, and it'll be Clausen. Makes the save and dekes the player beautifully. In the game now is Connor Brown. Kane. This is Brown with it. For Costa. He gets to it. Ben Costa. Sinelli with a powerful kick. Hansi Jakes hustling up for it. He gets to it, but he kicks it I believe, out of bounds. It should be a goal kick coming unless they said that was deflected off the Hawks. It may have been. Well, wait, this could be a corner. Yes, it was deflected. So give Hansi Jakes tremendous credit for hustling to the ball. He kicked it, and it was blocked and went off the blocker. And out of bounds, a corner kick coming. Trey Lovell inside the box here. Scagliarini also in the box is Gavin Scagliarini. The brothers there. Here's the centering pass. It's over everything and behind the net. Out of bounds, a goal kick coming for Xaverian. 2-0, 24 minutes and 28 seconds unofficially left here in the soccer game. We come to you from Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus on this holiday early day game. Xaverian cannot get to it in time. The Hawks quickly with the throw-in. Hansi Jakes. Garrett Scagliarini. Ball is kicked out by Glancy. Throw-in coming from the far side. They get it in quickly. Headed out by Xaverian. They're on the rush to midfield. Rex Sinelli, such a familiar figure for the Panthers, standing usually at midfield or behind, doing a great job. Garrett Scagliarini. His brother Gavin is in the game. Noah Kane. Front for Gavin Scagliarini. Back to Kane. Kane, left-footed boot going in, and Glancy comes way out. The danger there, if he can't haul it and it's loose, his goal is empty, and that's what happened on one of the earlier goals here today. 2-0 Panthers. We are now under 23 minutes left in the game. Michael Fernandez-Martin with the steal. This is Gavin Scagliarini. He left foots it. It's a high floater, and circling under it and making the save is Bart Glancy. Here come the Hawks at midfield. Jack O'Neill. Clausen right there. Back to Connor Brown. Now Trey Lovell. Ben Costa. Hansi Jakes. .22 minutes left. Too strong intended there for Michael Fernandez-Martin. Throw in, they fan on the shot, and it's blocked beautifully by Michael Fernandez-Martin. Throw in coming for Connor Brown. He sends it deep, skied up towards midfield. Kane heads it out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Hawks. The Hawks 3-6-1 on the season under coach Gary Bowers. In his 21st year, is chuckling before the game with me. He said, I'm not even halfway in seniority to his opponent coach, Fran Basitis, in his 52nd year. The Hawks with some movement here in the offensive zone. And they're going to blast one. It hits a Panther, which deflects the trajectory of the ball, now kicked out of bounds by Franklin. Throw in coming for Xaverian with under 21 left. Second half here from Franklin. Beautiful fall day. Sun peeking in and out. 61 degrees at the moment. Throw in coming for the Hawks in the offensive third. They send it inside, and the blast there is blocked, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say wasn't really blocked. It was just hit out. So the Panthers will have it on a goal kick. And Tolanen. See if he punts it or goes from the ground. He goes from the ground with a little quick hit over on the right side. We will see if Xaverian starts to take some chances. They are pressing the Panthers at the moment, and they win the press, and they win the ball. Under 20 to go now, more than midway through the second half. The problem with this pressured defense, if you get by the line, you might have some open space in the offensive third if you're the Panthers. But right now, Xaverian needs to put pressure on, and they're doing a good job of it. Comes out deep. The Hawks with a pretty good possession going here. Trey Lovell, though, wins it over to Ben Costa. He goes down. And now a foul called against the Panthers. This will be a free direct hit. This will be a big opportunity for Xaverian from inside the 20. We'll see who takes it. Looking for it, I believe, is Declan Stack. And let's see who they leave it for here. It's going to be Stack, who talks to a teammate. Stack, a free hit. It can go in and count. Here comes Declan. Declan with the left-footed boot. It comes through, headed there, but bounces towards the Xaverian goal. Now the rebound kick, a floater in on the arms of a waiting Griffin Tolanen. Under 19 to go. 2-0. Franklin holding on with 2 second-half goals. Tolanen with a big punt to midfield. Lovell, Gavin Scagliarini. Sent back by Sinelli. Kane for Connor Brown. Nice move by Brown. He can't get to it, though. Controlled by Garrett Scagliarini. Out in front for his brother Gavin. Gavin, he makes the play to Garrett. To Jakes on the right wing. Jakes coming through. The goalkeeper is out, and he makes the save. The Scagliarini brothers and Hansi Jakes teaming up for a scoring opportunity, but Glancy came out of goal, and now he punts one way downfield. A mighty big punt by Glancy. Kane, midfield. Chipped out. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in in the offensive third for the Hawks of Xaverian out of Westwood, Mass. Nice play by Trey Lovell to stymie the advance. Michael Fernandez-Martin steals it. And Kane will blast it up for Jakes at midfield. Jakes, great control there. Beautiful play by Hansi Jakes. Ball is blasted by Keevan, taken down by the Panthers, and now kicked out of bounds by Xaverian with 16:29 unofficially left in the game. 2-0. Franklin with the lead. Remember, they won the opening game of the season 2-0 against Xaverian High School. That one was in Westwood. Home and home series here in 2022 as Michael Fernandez-Martin heads it. Trey Lovell turns around and skies one. That'll go out of bounds. Xaverian will have the throw-in. Still plenty of time left in this one. Under 16 to go. Panthers with the 2-goal lead. Ball is loose off Xaverian on the far side. And in the game now is Josh Dunlop. Panthers a little bit short-handed today. Unable to play is Gustavo Martinez. He was out receiving heavy contact against Milford. The Milford player got a red card on the hit on Martinez. So he'll be out for a while. Sinelli for the Panthers. Pushing, that's a push on Trey Lovell, and the ball will go back to Xaverian with 15 minutes straight up left here in the game. And A.J. Keevan, the tall sophomore, will have it for Xaverian. He comes through. He centers one all the way through. Sinelli there with it. Sinelli with 2 hits off his head, and it goes out for Andy O'Neill. And it's going to be rolled back, and this has to be kicked by Tolanen as it came from a teammate, and he does blast it to Honekamp. Lovell spun around, looked like somebody might have grabbed him, but no call. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it, let's see, no call yet. They're going to, I believe, give it to the Panthers. Subs coming in for the Panthers. Coming into the game for Franklin is Vignon Karmarthy. It is the Panthers with the ball. Karmarthy in the game for Coach Basitis. A free kick for Rex Sinelli. Sinelli, he'll just send it short to Will Clausen. Now to Connor Brown. Brown tries to get through. It does get through to O'Neill. O'Neill holding it. Honekamp back to O'Neill. Cromarthy, and taken back by Xaverian with 13:15 left. Good defense by the Panthers. Honekamp and Lovell teaming up. Sinelli with the header. Wyatt Herndon gets a leg on it, comes forward. Good momentum by Herndon. Tries to find O'Neill, but it's going to be chased back by Xaverian and out of bounds. Let's see the call. I think it's off Xaverian. It's that relentless pressure and the pursuit of the ball by the Panthers which helps them tremendously, as O'Neill will defer on the throw-in to Josh Dunlap. Check that spelling for a moment. It's Dunlop. And his ball goes through. Kept in the shot there. The roll, then the rebound and the score. The rebound and the score by Vignon Karmarthy. Vignon Karmarthy with the rebound. We talk about the second ball. That's exactly what happened there. The first save, and then the ball was right in front. And Karmarthy, his eyes must have lit up. The goalkeeper was out of position, and he buried it. 3-0 Panthers. All the goals coming in the second half. This one was about 20 minutes after their last goal. And here's the scoring. O'Neill at 36-20 for the Panthers. Noah Kane at 32-41 left in the second half. And Vignon Karmarthy just inserted into the game. How about that? And he gets the goal to make it 3-0 Franklin. Goal comes at 12-11. So Coach Basitis going to his bench, and it's paid off here today. Honekamp, good control. That important third goal goes the other way. It's a 2-1 game. This way, 3-0. Here's Cromarthy. Must be feeling pretty good about the goal. Right in front of the open net, and he just banged it home. We're under 11:30 left. Pete Royce with you here from Franklin's Piscini Stadium on a beautiful mid-fall day. Kicked out. Unforced error by Declan Stack. And here come the Panthers on the throw, and this will be Connor Brown taking it. Brown, subs coming in as Lovell will go out, and coming in for him will be Max Tobin. So Brown waits the positioning as Xaverian makes a change as well. Their coach, Gary Bowers. Connor Brown steps up and two-hands it in. Scagliarini tipped forward by Tobin, who just re-entered the game. Garrett Scagliarini has position. Nice feed on the right side coming through. Tobin couldn't get to it. Ball is chipped forward. And now Xaverian partially clears it. Connor Brown blasts one. In front it comes, but no Panther there. And the ball rolls past the baseline. Let's see what they're going to call here. Did it go off? It's going to be a corner. It went off of Xaverian. So we'll go on the corner on this side this time. That's about number 4. And Max Tobin will have it on the left corner. In front for the Panthers is Cromarty with a goal. Clausen is there. Garrett Scagliarini is positioning himself. The ball comes low, and it was intended there for Scagliarini. He couldn't come up to it, and it goes this time out of bounds. And was it against Xaverian? This will be another corner for the Panthers. 2 quickies. And Tobin, again, will cross it in. Cromarty is there as Wyatt Herndon. Ball is tipped by Glancy. The ball is going to go out of bounds as chased down in there by Josh Dunlop. He throws it in, but taken back by the Hawks with under 9 minutes left. No scoring in the first half. 3 scores by the Panthers in half number 2. Throw in coming for Wyatt. Well, let's see. No, he's gonna defer to Ben Costa. Who'll have it. Costa sends it in. This is Garrett Scagliarini. His pass on the right side is blocked. Ball comes through and a foul is called as Wyatt Herndon was ready to blast one, but the offside call, I believe, against the Panthers. The ball will go back to Xaverian. Working it back. Taken back by Wyatt Herndon. Panthers go deep to their own end, and they'll kick it back to Tolan. He'll have to kick it here. He hesitates. Now he sends one up to Honekamp. Matthew protects the ball. Tried to get it to Costa, but Costa couldn't get to it in time. And the ball will roll out. Throw in coming on the far side with under 8 minutes to go in the game. Panthers looking to rebound after a tough physical loss against Milford 3 days ago. Ball is kicked out. It'll be the Panthers on the throw-in on the far side. Again, the officials today, Mike Gulla and Mike Torpy. Headed back and headed out. Another throw-in coming for the Panthers. Here it comes. Tobin for Wyatt Herndon. Garrett Scagliarini, the Panthers send it back. Connor Brown. Honekamp for Garrett Scagliarini. Chipped ahead by Costa and now cleared out by Xaverian, but to their bench, and the Panthers will have a throw-in with under 7 minutes to go in the game. Next up for the Panthers will be Stoughton High School here 2 days from now on Wednesday. 6 o'clock opening kick. And we have a goalkeeper change now. So Tolanen comes out, he gets a great hand, and replacing him is going to be Jack Perlman. Perlman in goal at 6'12". Perlman in goal. Tolanen did the job beautifully, was pitching a shutout, but Perlman replaces him in goal. Kicked out now by Gavin Scagliarini. No, it's kept in. Now it's out. Should be the Panthers with the throw in. So Perlman in goal, replacing Tolanen. And now Connor Brown comes out. And we'll see who's subbed in here for the Panthers. I believe it was Trey Lovell back in the game. Sinelli sends it deep. Back and forth we go. Sinelli with that patented header of his. Cromartie, he's got a goal today, rolls off his back. And he comes back to try to help out, but is taken back by the Hawks to midfield. Coach yelling out instructions to his team from the far side, Garrett Bowers. Throw-in coming for Honekamp with 5 minutes to go in the game, and the clock is stopped on the big Pacini Stadium scoreboard as Tobin has it for the Panthers. Honekamp into the attacking zone. Chips it forward for Cromartie. Vignan holding it. Centers it across. Too strong and kicked out. But Costa there for the Panthers to take it back. He's going to blast one from deep, and it's a shot. It cleared the arm of Glancy, but it was a little bit off target. Well, that would have been something on that long blast. And there'll be a goal kick coming the other way, a sub coming in for Xaverian. So they'll send it back to Bart Glancy. And it looks like a field player is going to take it from inside the box. And they go on the left side, middle. Trey Lovell tries to get to it, but headed now by Josh Dunlop. Sinelli with a left-footed boot. Matthew Honekamp has it, protects the ball, sends it back to Sinelli. Sinelli goes low for Gavin Scagliarini. Out of bounds throw-in coming for Ben Costa and the Panthers. About almost 2 minutes gone here in the final 5 minutes. Trey Lovell, nice little dish to Honekamp. Matthew goes through a couple of players and will send it back to Lovell. Panthers in no particular hurry. Costa, dive by Xaverian. Costa will win the throw-in. To Trey Lovell. Herndon. Scagliarini with the blast. It's too high, and it soars over the 8-foot-high goal and back beyond the end line. Goal kick coming for Xaverian. About midway through the final 5 minutes. 3-0. Can the Panthers get another shutout? They've had 1, 2, 3 on the season, including 4 on the season, including against the Xaverian team. Cromartie wins the draw. Gavin Scagliarini comes in, back to Cromartie. Cromartie shoots in a good blast, but too high. Too high, and it goes past everything and out of bounds. About 2 minutes to go in the game unofficially. So 3 balls have gotten by Bart Glancy. Nothing by Tolanen, and now in net for the Panthers, Jack Perlman. Kicked out. Sinelli back in that back line for the Panthers. He'll go back to Perlman, who does the one-timer. Perlman's first touch, I believe, in the game. He replaced Tolanen with 6:12 to go. We have about a minute and 15, minute 30 left in this. And a free kick, direct kick coming for Xaverian. and with it is going to be Declan Stack. Good opportunity for the visitors here with time winding down in the game. Stack blasts it, the one hopper, hauled in beautifully, protected nicely by Jack Perlman. I have under a minute to go in the game unofficially. Perlman will run up and punt it. Strong punt by Perlman, taken by Tobin for Cromarty. Vignat comes back out for Tobin again to Cromarty. He can't connect. Ball is out of bounds, and there's your double whistle, and the game is over. The Panthers, with 3 goals in the second half, come in and get their 4th shutout of the season, 3-0 over Xaverian. The goal scoring this way in the first half, nothing. Second half, Andrew O'Neill with 36:20 to go made it 1-0 Panthers. Noah Kane at 32:41 made it 2-0 Panthers. And Vignant Cromarty at 12:11 made it 3-0 Panthers. And the Panthers win it 3-0 over Xaverian High School. So the Panthers now go to 9 wins, 2 losses and 1 tie, and Xaverian drops to 3-7-1. That's going to do it for our coverage, fans. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed our coverage here as Franklin gets the shutout. I'd like to thank our producer and our director here today, Chris Leverone, and also our camera operator. We have Meredith Robertson, one of the firsts to arrive and one of the last to leave. This is Pete Royce. The final score for the final time today, Franklin 3, Xaverian no score. Till next time, so long, neighbors.